All right, guys, we are on the day 8 of Instagram sprint out of 30 days. And in today's video, we are going to learn and we will start making the pictures according to your references. So we're going to be covering such topics as what kind of images exist out there, some rules, some photography rules. You know, there are just simple things that you need to follow to make your shots as nice as possible, appealing and corresponding to your initial reference. In the previous video, you can see it right here. I'm also gonna leave the link in the description to all the sprint videos. I was asking you to find references, whether on Pinterest, in other sources such as competitors' Instagram profiles, and save it into one of the preview apps. So we did that just to start out seeing what kind of images you need in order to have this cohesive, really nice Instagram feed. Because, guys, I will not stop repeating myself, Instagram in the end is a visual platform, and it's really, really important to have nice images on your Instagram profile. First, let's go through different types of the images that are trending right now on Instagram. So number one type of the image that is trending right now is having a plain background with a text layover. So that's really, really trendy right now, and especially it's very useful if you don't have enough pictures of your own to incorporate this type of images into your feed. And plus, for the user, it's quite easier to navigate through your Instagram profile if it is written on the picture itself what your post is going to be about. All right, so this is something really, really cool. And however, what you need to keep in mind that you should not use any kind of background color or any kind of text, font text, because it has to correspond to your brand identity, what kind of brand fonts you have, if you have any, the colors, or if you don't have the brand kit, I think you call it like that, where you have all the colors and fonts to, you know, once you write ebook, once you have logo, emails, and all that stuff. And if you don't have all of that, then you should really think what kind of colors and fonts are, you know, appealing in your niche. You have to make research, because there is this such things as a color psychology based on how people perceive different colors. For example, the green one is when we see a green color, it's nature, it's, you know, eco products, and many eco brands using this as a main color. If you are, I don't know, like an IT company, then the orange one is a good color for this industry. Just Google this information. If you decide to go and incorporate such kind of images into your feed with the plain background and with the text layover, then you really need to make sure that this corresponds to your brand, or at least in the niche where your Instagram belongs to. That's the type of the images, and we are actually going to do this. I'm going to show you some really, really fast and easy tricks how to do collages. Collages are kind of really cool thing to make your content to stand out, and especially if you have products, like physical products on your feed, that would be absolutely amazing to do collages with it. I'm not talking about really boring collages, but I don't know, like modern collages that are really trending right now on Instagram. But as I said, we are going to do this later in one of the videos. I will be showing you how to do that. Animation videos. The whole topic about videos is going to be covered also in the next videos, but I would like to talk here a little bit more about animation, because animation type of post perform much better than a static post. You can have a static post and some elements you can animate, and this will be perceived by Instagram as a video, perceived and consumed by your audience in a much better way than when it's just a static, boring image. So we also gonna put our hands on, and one of the tasks will be to create animated posts using the tools that I'm gonna be sharing you in one of the future videos. Yeah, these are more or less all the types of content that we are going to cover within the sprint. So once you have the bunch of images, references images in one of the apps, like Unimo Preview app, where you upload it, based on the feed that you have already made from the references images, it's time to start implementing the images by yourself. Once you have this overall mood in your references images and you want to start to make pictures, well, the first thing is, if you decided to go by yourself, right? If you decided to do pictures of yourself, well, and if you don't have anyone to ask, don't worry, you can absolutely do it yourself. Well, first of all, if you decide to go with just a phone, make sure every time you take a picture, you clean your lens, because we always grab phone like this and then the quality of the image is not as good as it would be with the clean lens. So it's really important that every time you take another snap, you just clean the lens with the, I don't know, I always do it with my clothes. The second thing that you really need to pay attention is lighting. Lighting should be really, really good. And if you're not a professional photographer, if you don't know how to, make everything nice according to the references, try to use daylight. The best light is in the morning and in the afternoon. That's the best. It's called golden hour and the best lighting possible. Right now, I'm just gonna show you an example how two different pictures, two different angles going to look. So I have a window over here, just on the left, just where my camera stands. So I'm just gonna make a picture in the direction of the window, and another picture in the direction of the room. So on the second picture that you can see that the image is more clear because we have a light just in front of our object. So that is why it's very important to put your subject in front of the window, and that way it will have the best lighting possible. And if you have physical products and you don't have possibility to hire professional photographer for your product photography, for making shots of your products, then there are a lot of really cool tutorials on YouTube, and I also made a tutorial by myself. I was making photo shoot of some products for my client, and you can see it right here how I showed like a backstage how to do that. You can also actually construct yourself like a small little studio made of just carton box with the lamps, with the table lamps, with the foil as a reflector. In one of my latest posts on by Social Mafia Instagram account, I have published some ideas how you can create a home studio just with a few things that everyone has at home. Now, there are some rules once you have your initial shots. In the next video, we're going to talk about editing, but once you start making pictures of yourself, of your products, or something else that you want to include into your feed, you have to follow some rules. So first of all, try to use different angles to make your feed more dynamic and more interesting. Not always put your subject in front. Try to take a shot from different angles. Try to mix your shots, faraway shots and close-up shots and the middle shots, because that would also give some dynamic in the feed, and the pictures won't look the same once you put them, we'll start to upload them in the feed. Once you make ready all your images and you uploaded them and replace them with the references pictures in this preview apps or preview app, you can start mixing the app. Do not put together I mean like close to each other, the pictures, picture above and below that has the same angle, the same type of the image, because that would make this, I don't know how to call this, like repetitive pattern. And once you look on your feed as a whole, not one picture individually, it has to have this really nice natural flow. And in order to do that, that's why you should not put similar pictures to each other. The other thing is what I see, like many people do this mistakes when they pre-plan their feed or they publish feed without even pre-planning it. So you have a head here, and then the next picture that would be above your head, or just a portrait, you have legs. So overall it looks really weird once someone opens your Instagram profile and this person see your Instagram profile as a whole but not one picture individually. That looks really strange, so do not do that. This is why we are doing pre-planning, so we can plan our content ahead and see how our feed is going to look in future. Do not use always same pictures, like in terms of it's just portraits or just middle shots or just faraway shots. Always mix them up. So once you start to execute pictures based on the references you found, always use different angles and different distance from taking a picture. And of course, the last thing is, once you take a picture, do not cut legs, head, You have sometimes these close-up shots that shows details. This is absolutely fine, but once you upload pictures on the Instagram feed and then you cut legs or you cut hands, it looks really, really strange and not, how can I say, it looks like unfinished picture, right? So do try to avoid this and do not cut any piece of your body unless you're doing close-up shot to show the details of your outfit or details of a specific object. The other thing that I want to talk with you about is color palette. Color palette is something that comes along with the branding kit, but if you don't have that, it's, as I said, try to make a research what are the colors common within your industry or within your niche, and you can use an example, the feed like this. And as you see here, you have one main color, accent color in other words, and 3 complementary colors. So with this example, I just want to show you that when you choose your main color and 3 complementary colors, try to mix them up. In that way, when you are shooting a picture of a specific object or of yourself, try to always remember these colors so you can plan your outfit beforehand, plan some props if you make a product photography that it corresponds to these colors, all right? So, and in that way, it would be much easier to have this really nice, cohesive Instagram feed. All right, guys, that is it for today. And in the next video, we will start editing the pictures using my favorite apps. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow.